Hey guys, Justin here with Just Tech, and today I'm going to be taking a look at two cases from the manufacturer named Magpul. Now, if any of you guys are firearms aficionados, you'll recognize the name because they make a lot of firearm accessories, but they actually also make iPhone cases, believe it or not. So on the left here we have the Magpul Bump. Now this is probably a little bit more robust case. It has a plastic interior with a hardened shell on the outside. And then this one is the Magpul Field Case. This is a one-piece TPU case, all made of the same material. So real quick here, let's go ahead and take a look at the weight on each of these. So first up, the Magpul Bump Case. Looking at 41 grams. Again, a quarter is about 5 grams, so that's a little bit weightier than some other cases. And to take a look at the Magpul Field Case, this is probably a little bit lighter. Yeah, 37 grams, a little lighter, so that's to be expected. Let's go ahead and set that aside. Now real quick, let's take a look at the thickness of these. So for the Magpul Field Case, we're looking at about a little over 10 millimeters. And for the Magpul Bump Case, probably around the same thing, maybe a little thicker. Yeah, 11 millimeters. So not exactly the thinnest cases, but one of the things you will get is a lot of protection. So let's go ahead and pop the iPhone into the Magpul Bump Case. Very easy, pop the buttons in, snaps right in there just like that. One of the things you'll note of this, and this is the one thing that Magpul likes to advertise, is grip. So these ridges and the material itself, it's not rough like sandpaper like you might find on like the OnePlus 2 on the back there. It's a little smoother than that, but it adds a lot of grip. And this is actually the same material that Magpul uses on their magazines and some of their other materials. So if it's good enough to be, I think they have the tagline, if it's good enough to be sweating and pulling magazines and shooting with, it's probably good enough to hold onto your iPhone during the day. So taking a look around the Magpul Bump Case, on the left here you have a nice cutout for your ringer switch, your volume buttons up and down. On the bottom here, you're looking at a lot of protection, which is nice. However, the opening for the headphone jacks is a little small, so you might not be able to fit in a lot of bigger ones. But nice cutout for the lightning port. You can probably fit in some third-party ones in there as well, and a nice opening for your speaker. And on the right, you have your power button, and on the top, nothing. On the back, you have a nice big wide opening for your camera, which is nice though because it's not overexposed. It just exposes what you would want to have exposed. And overall, you have these little ridges here, and this is for lay on the table design, so the back of it doesn't get scratched. It will pick up a few scratches, but overall it's pretty scratch resistant, but when you place it down, it'll lay on those ridges so you don't have to worry about any undue scratches, basically. One thing I will note, these buttons are really nice and clicky. They click well right out of the box, and they have ridges on them, which you've seen a couple other manufacturers from Android phones implement. And I do like it. They're nice to find, they're easy to press, and you really just don't have to worry about slipping or anything like that. Now, one thing to note real quick, at the top here, you'll notice there's a ridge, and this is for the sensors to work, basically. However, when you place that up to your ear to make a phone call, it is a little jarring. It hurts just a little slightly. I know we don't spend a lot of times talking on our phone these days, but it's just something to keep in mind. It's not exactly the most pleasant experience in the world, so you'll want to note that. So let's pop this off, and we'll go ahead and pop on the Field Case. So this one's a little stretchier just because of the material itself, so fit on there a little easier, but just as snug. Same design on the left, same design on the bottom, same design on the side, same design on the top. Now this one's going to be, like I said, a little lighter, a little less weight basically when you're using it. Something you probably want to pick up if you don't need a lot of protection. A little less protection would be okay. This is something you probably use as like an everyday case. But overall pretty similar. These retail for about the same price. I believe it's around $17 to $20 on Amazon. I'll have links below where you can find them for the best price. And so yeah, these are some great cases. Again, with this case, you see you have that same cutout for the sensors. And again, it's gonna have some pain basically on your ear if you're using this for phone calls a lot. Just something to keep in mind. I really wish they would maybe have made this a little smoother at the top, since this is where it's going to be, in contact with your skin. Something to keep in mind, Magpul, if you're listening, maybe try that for the next one. So overall, I really like these cases. I think they're extremely durable. You know, it's going to protect your phone very well. I wouldn't go dropping them just for fun, but you can be pretty guaranteed that these are going to be it's going to add a lot of protection to your phone over the long run. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and subscribe if you want to see more content and case reviews just like this. This is Justin here with Just Tech, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.